Hello folks and welcome to Simbon Plays. Today I'm going to be playing Plague Inc., which is a new game that you can early access on Steam at the minute. So let's jump right in to the main game. Right, so this is what you're introduced with, and you select the country you want your plague to start in. I'm going to choose China. We start our plague there. And what will happen is, as people get ill, you earn DNA points, which you can then spend in this menu on ways to transmit your disease, symptoms for your disease, and abilities for your disease, such as surviving in hot and cold climates, medical resistance, and bacterial resilience. So, very reminiscent of an old Flash game that used to be about a few years ago. You pop these bubbles, and you get extra DNA points. So, let's evolve some transmission. Insects, they're always good for transmitting an infection. Right. Now, it's a very accurate representation because countries such as the UK and America have higher resistance because they have better medical facilities. You also get these random news pop-ups which never made a great deal of sense to me, but oh well. You can see down at the bottom here how many people are infected and how many people are dead from your virus. And so, we can evolve further. Livestock. I do play quite tactically on this. I like to evolve ways of transmitting the disease, because if you just kill people off, then you're never going to get anywhere with it. So I like to transmit it to as many people as possible before making it lethal. Transmit through the air, that's always a good one to have. And each of the stages of evolution for your disease has like branches you can go off on it. For example, the transmission. You get stage 2 of the insect thing, and then never actually got to these ones before, so we'll see what they're like when we get to them. You also see all of the boats and planes and people whizzing all around the world, carrying cargo and people, and my disease hopefully soon. You can see when they're carrying your disease because they turn red. So, here's hoping. There's a lot of waiting in this game. You got time controls up here, so we're going to stick this on fast forward through these early stages. Oh, sometimes you do automatically mutate symptoms, like it's just automatic. I've called my disease P45 Walther. it's automatically mutated the coughing symptom, so nothing too big, nothing that people will notice before they've spread it. Pop all these bubbles. You see, oh, we've transferred to the UK now. And we've got quite a few DNA points, so transmit it via water and rodents as well. You see China's quite badly infected at the minute. So what we'll do is we'll go into abilities and evolve a drug resistance so that we can flourish in the more adept countries. And the speed's still cranked right up because it doesn't start getting interesting until a little later on. Pneumonia, that could be a problem because people will recognise when they've got pneumonia. New minor disease spreading. Doctors in Korea have found out about my disease. Right, well, now they'll start working on a cure, which you can see how completed that is. China started work on a cure. Okay, so we want to slow it back down a bit again. And want to evolve that and that. And still not working on any symptoms yet. We'll wait until there's a bit more of an infection in these sorts of areas. Although Russia's quickly succumbing to it. And you see, if you click on here, you can see they work on a cure very slowly. It should tell you somewhere. Estimated time of arrival for the cure, 2064. We're currently in 2014, so no big deal there. Nothing to worry about too much yet. You see now it's switched to the world view, and that's how many people are infected. One place I always have problems with whenever I'm playing this is Greenland, because they seem to close themselves off quite efficiently. Well, you can see over here how it's spreading quite rapidly. The UK is falling as well. We've got a lot of points to spend, so we'll work on a bit of transmission. Birds, a good way to transmit it. We'll upgrade that because that means it can travel better in abilities. Drug resistance and bacterial resilience will evolve. Anything else I want to? We'll evolve that because that means it takes longer for a cure to be found. Right. And now we play the waiting game. You see America's starting to go. Oh, and that's spreading nausea symptom. Oh. People will notice nausea. You see all these red things, red boats and planes ferrying around my disease. Every which way Europe's starting to fall. Asia's just gone completely. Right, now we want to start making it lethal, I think. So, vomiting, we can evolve that. Pulmonary fibrosis. What else do we want? Total organ failure and a coma. So now you'll notice the number of people dying will start to rise in a minute. France shuts down its airport. There we go, 13,000 dead, 57,000 dead. First deaths are being reported in Afghanistan. Bad luck or the beginning of something terrible. We shall soon find out. You see pretty much the entire world is infected now. Africa's stemming quite well from this. Paralysis symptom. Ooh. That could work in our benefit now that we're going for lethality. Projectile vomiting combo. So now people will be projectile vomiting all of our virus all over the place. Research doctors around the world are completely focused on developing a cure, so you can see the cure is rising. Now, what we can do, as long as the cure doesn't, when the cure gets to about 15%, we can do a genetic reshuffle, which reduces some of normal life begins to break down in Korea. A genetic reshuffle, which reduces how much progress they've made on the cure, because obviously it changes your DNA. It's been placed on a watch list. Oh, it's all happening now. South Africa leading global cure effort. You'll see in a minute we get these bubbles pop up, which we can pop to reduce the effectiveness of their research. Now, let's have a little bit more transmission. I'm sure I got the birds before, but and those. Because insects, I believe, are quite good. Somehow managed to infect Morocco. I believe insects are quite good at carrying infections through Africa. Diarrhea symptom. Lovely. So as you can see, pretty much the entire world is falling to it now. Apart from Africa, which seems to be holding up quite well. But I'm sure they'll fall in good time. Central America is in anarchy. Woo! First to fall into anarchy due to P45 Walther. No cure research can take place. Excellent. Ooh, frame rate drop. Right, we're hitting a kind of a critical point here where, oh, Africa's starting to go. I was going to say we're hitting a critical point where if we infect, oh, they've fully sequenced our genome, so we'll have a genetic reshuffle, 1 and 2, and a genetic hardening. So you see that takes them back down quite some. But we were on the verge of not being able to infect these people because we were killing people too effectively, and thus not being able to infect everywhere. Wow. We might actually do this and take out the world. Yeah, Africa's going down. Oh, pop you, pop you. Any more for any more? The last healthy person on the planet recently became infected. Excellent. Now it's just a matter of time. So if everyone on the planet's infected, we just need to wait for this number to all fully transferred over to this number, and then we've won, methinks. Oh, frame rate drop. We've mutated the sneezing symptom even, which is pretty much pointless because we have infected everyone, so sneezing at them is not going to infect them any more than it already has. But now it's just a pretty long waiting game at the minute, so yeah. P-45 Walther to destroy humanity. The last few humans know they are watching the end of history. Brilliant. Alright. And we'll click play just as the last few humans drift off into the abyss. And that's it. Oh, we've discovered new gene types. So, how did we do on that? 599 days. Difficulty was only on casual, so that was quite an easy playthrough. Total score 3,510. So, I'd highly recommend this game. If you can beat my score, let me know in the comments. Any other games you want to see me play, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, folks. Bye!